In this video, you will paint onto your model, so we'll start adding some individual colour rather than just a bland material. We'll be creating a diffuse map from scratch, so no applying someone else's medication to our model. We're going to actually create it from scratch. Now the diffuse map is for the colour changes in the model, not necessarily certain detail. Where colour can actually get fluid with certain detail, but it's not going to actually change the bumps and things like that. We're going to learn about a normal map later on that will do that for us. So let's hop straight on over now into Blender. Okay, so back over in Blender we have, well, we actually have a diffuse texture already on our model, and it's this checker pattern. Not that great for a pillar, but that is essentially our diffuse texture. So let's go over to the UV image editor. I think I want this a tiny bit smaller and remove it. So I've got much more space on my screen now. So this UV image editor that we have in front of us has got this pattern on it at the moment because that is the selected image. If we go ahead and change that to, let's say, the pillar top. Now, I have noticed here that I've got a 0 next to my pillar top and pillar section. I've got to be very careful there because I have unassigned those and they currently aren't assigned to those. If I were to close down my program and open it up again, there's a risk I would lose that. So I'm going to pick the pillar top there. Now you'll notice that it doesn't change. That's fair enough. If we go into edit mode on the object that we're applying it to, then we can go ahead and change this to the appropriate one, and we can see in the viewport, the 3D viewport over here on the left, that it has actually changed. So now we've got this here, I think the first thing I'm going to do is actually grab the islands themselves. I'm going to pack them to make sure they're okay, and I'm going to increase the margin as well because they're far too close together. I'm going to do the average or pack islands. We've just done that. Let's open up the tool shelf over here. I'm just going to increase the margin to about there. And the reason why I've set such a large island, okay, let's not make it so big, such a large margin between these islands is because I'm about to paint on them and I'm not very accurate with my brush strokes. So I'm going to get rid of the tool shelf now that I've added in a bit of a margin to work with. So now I've done this, I can go down to the image editor's header, and where it says view, we can change that to paint. And oh wow, the last time I used paint I had a huge brush size. So I'm going to shut down this area on the right hand side, the properties with an N, and open up the tool shelf for the image editor with a T. And here we've got a series of options. We've got the colour, the type of brush that we're using, and the colour here, as I say, the radius, and obviously 140 is quite large. I'm going to bring that down to around 60 is still quite big. Again, this is only 512 by 512. So there we go. That's a better size for this block that I'm about to do. And then we've got the strength, and of course you can start layering if you have more than, less than 100%, you can start layering up. Now I'm going to set that to 100, and I'm literally going to pick kind of a sandy golden colour and start colouring in. And look at the 3D model on the other side. So this is one scene. You can see that then. If I colour in this side, hey, we're actually starting to add a bit of colour. Well, this at the moment is no different from having just a solid diffuse texture, a solid diffuse colour applied to the model. So what can we do here? Well, we can think about where grime and staining might occur. So as, let's say, water or moisture would drip down inside this church, it's likely that around the top area here, we would have a slightly darker colour. So I'm literally going to make it slightly darker, slightly grimier. Now, applying it with that larger brush is going to make a much smaller brush. I'm going to go down to 5 pixels, and I'm not going to be that accurate for the moment. I'm literally just going to draw along there. Oh, it's all a bit wobbly. And that makes a dark area around here. And again, we could, let's say, just increase the brush size and lower the strength a little. Too much of a brush size. And again, you can use Shift F, change the strength of the brush, and F to change the brush size itself, just like we did in the past with the vertex painting. So I'm just going to increase that and run it along there. And we can start. This isn't going to be very good because I'm not going to spend too much time doing it at the moment. It's going to be very time consuming. You can see how you can start to add much more variety to your model itself. That does look like a really deep damage patch there. In fact, if something was running down the edge, it might actually run down and cause that. So we can go in and put in that level of detail as well. And there are other brush types as well. So the smear is quite useful for, you've got some harsh lines, just like blending them out, I suppose. Soften does a very similar thing, but isn't going to move things that much, just blurring the image. Now mask can be useful because that masks off areas to do things. Touch has fill, and you can see here that it's got quite a wide variety of brush types and things that you can do. However, it's obviously not as powerful as a full-blown image editor. Go past with my brush, face colour along there, and we can see it's already updating. If you go to object mode, you can get slightly better appreciation because you don't have the geometry flying over the top, but that does make painting on here a little bit more difficult. If you're in edit mode, of course, the edges appear, and when you're not, they're not there, so it's hard to work out what's going on. Okay, so this is slightly different to what you were just watching. Just so you know, Blender just crashed on me, so it is important to make sure you save your file. I in fact hadn't saved where I'd got to, so I've had to recreate the image roughly how it was before, and that's why it looks a bit different. You will also need to remember to save the image itself, not only the blend file, but the image as well. That's very important. Anyway, moving on, what we can also do is paint on the 3D model itself. So let's just move the UV image editor just a little bit this way. In fact, we can hide it on the shelf for the moment. We don't need it. And what we can do here is switch this edit mode here to texture paint. Okay, if you get this happening, this means that, and we can open up the tool shelf, you probably don't have a material assigned, so it's missing data. I had to scroll up there for something to scroll down, so it's missing materials. So let's go and check, and I'm sure it's right. I've probably forgotten to apply materials. There are no materials. So I'm going to go ahead and go new, and I'm going to call this material Pillar Top. Once I've named the material, I do have to put a texture along with it. So I'm going to go to the Texture tab, hit the New button, and then from the selection further down the page, Image, so there we've got New and Open. Well, we've already created an image, so we can go ahead and open it if it's not loaded in, but I believe it is already loaded in, and I appear to have a dead item in here that I'm going to have to remove at some point. But this is the Pillar 512 top, and there we go, it's back in. Now I hear you ask, what's the advantage of doing this? Well, you can see straight away there's a problem where where this actual seam comes down here. You can see where the two textures just join, and that is not always desirable. However, when you're painting on the model like this, you can actually go over it and make it look like there is no seam, and you've got the same tools that we had over in the UV image editor. I'm going to bring the UV image editor back up. We've got the same paintbrush selection here, and what you change here will also change the selection of the image editor. Now, there can be issues, of course. Let's pick a dark colour, like black, so that's going to show up if there are any problems. Here we go. Now, there is a problem certainly just here, where I can zoom in, and you can see that no matter how hard I try on this edge, I just can't fill in this area. If we have a look at the UV map, we can see that there are areas here that I'm not able to get. So then hopping back over to the UV map, now I've covered the area that I want, I can actually fill in the bit that goes amongst there. So that's one half done. And if we go down to this one, I can go along this edge here and do that as well. And when we start generating our maps and our textures and images, that's also going to be important to take that into consideration, because otherwise we end up with a very ugly looking texture because it breaks down. And especially when we're exporting it, we have to have a certain margin going round because otherwise some game engines don't like it at all. Okay, so armed with that knowledge, I've got a challenge for you guys. Okay, I'd like you to add some detail to your pillar. Colour in your image. Remember, we're adding colour detail, not necessarily bumps, so perhaps mimic dirt, dust, damp, water stains, etc. Add detail to your diffuse map by drawing on the image, or indeed you can draw directly on the model. So pause the video now and give that a go. Okay guys, welcome back. Let's go ahead and add some details to the pillars. Okay, so back over in Blender, as always, I don't have too much time to go through this and be super detailed about it all. So I'm going to, first of all, literally, just cover this all up with a nice base colour. And around here, I think I'm going to add that damp patch that I was talking about when I was putting it together. I'm just going to try and be as neat as possible to go around. I'm going to use the smear tool, being slightly larger below strength. That's fine, I'll shift that as makes it look a bit better. And of course, use it directly on the model as well, where the seams are, to try and cover up the seam itself, so you don't know that's where the texture joint. Okay, that's looking much better down there. I do want the dribble coming down the side. I think it looks quite cool. So we'll put that in. Again, a smaller brush. And again, you can mimic certain colours as well. Now, I'm going to use the smear tool, make it bigger and make it less apparent trails. Smear it out ever so slightly. So there we go, we've got some staining on the top of our pillar there, and let's try and apply this to other bits of our model as well. In fact, that looks a bit greeny, but yeah, that's okay. I'm happy with that. Let's go down to which one have we got next? The section. So pillar section. I'm selecting the outliner and hop into edit mode. In. Now, I believe it's already got a texture applied or a certain material applied, but it's got nothing in the texture slots, so I can add those straight away. Just go to properties pane here in textures. We're going to have to scroll up, scroll down, and let's go new, and let's pick the pillar base. No, we don't have pillar section, so I must have lost it at some point. Probably unassigned it and saved the file and quit. So let's go ahead and add that in really quick. So UV image editor here, it's currently assigned to the UV grid. Yes, it had a 0 against it, and I lost it when going back. So that is no good, so I'm going to have to recreate that. I'm going to go new image and call this pillar section. It's going to be blank, so that's fine. And there we go. So now I can go back, and if you've got more windows open than me, it's going to be a lot quicker to flick backwards and forwards between the sections. So I'm just going to remove the existing material that's there, add it. Section. Now we do that. So here, new, and the section is there. And of course, it's not a great colour at the moment. Oh no, has Blender crashed again? I don't know if you can see my spinning wheel. No, it hasn't. That's good. Or maybe it has. Okay, so I'm back in the game, as it were, and hopefully I'll be able to paint on here. I think I know what's going on here. It's repeating this across all of our units here. So what I'm going to do is just turn off the other arrays that's going on, and that should keep things nice and straightforward. And I am going to pop over here, image editor, UV. And we're in edit mode. Let's go ahead. Select the pillar section, just getting there. Just need to speed things up. In fact, whilst I've got this base colour selected, I'm going to go into this one here and also that one as well, because it is that base colour that we've got at the top here. In fact, it's a darker version of it, so I can go in and go here to texture paint. Not done that one yet. Let's top one. Object mode, that one there. Paint, put that there. And let's make it a bit lighter. So you can see as we're going around here, it does miss areas. So sometimes it is better to be in one view and other times other view. So let's go back down pillar base. There we go, so we've got our base colour across there. Now what do we need to do? Well, let's add in a bit of grime and dirt around the bottom. So I'm going to leave this middle one plain because I'm rapidly running out of time. So now we're down here, I'm going to add the detail by hand and directly onto this model. So we need to make sure that it's got a, here we go, so I'm going to get rid of that and then make a new material pillar base, because that's what we're working on. We go to texture and pick up the texture that we were working on, which is pillar base. There we go. It's a blank texture at the moment, but that's fine. We should now be able to be in texture paint mode. And what colour is dirt? Well, it's kind of a browny colour, so let's add a bit of brown on the model. Brush it perhaps. More like a scorch mark, I think, than perhaps actual dirt or mud. But we'll get there with layering it up and up and up. And perhaps a bit weaker, like the last stroke. But this is something you can spend quite a while on, just making it look that better every time. And it will take time if you're painting these things on manually. There's no real quick way. And this is how all those wonderful textures are created. Someone goes in by hand or photographs something and then applies it. And that does take time to do. So patience is the virtue with this type of work. And you can carry on going and going and going and adding further detail on the model itself. I, however, have run out of time. I'd like you to share your results in the discussions, and I will see you in the next lecture. Take care.